When you think of a Navy SEAL, what comes to mind? Probably a tough-as-nails soldier, a man who has pushed his body and mind to the absolute limit. But what if I told you that one of the most respected figures in the SEAL community, someone who literally wrote the book on mental toughness, isn't a grizzled operator, but a performance psychologist? Meet Dr. Christine Kriess-Obst. For years, her work was a closely guarded secret within naval special warfare, a hidden weapon that gave our most elite warriors a critical edge. Dr. Obst's journey began not on the battlefield, but in the world of sports psychology. She helped top-tier athletes break through mental barriers to achieve peak performance. But then a new challenge called the Navy SEALs, already the epitome of physical prowess, recognized that the next frontier of warfare wasn't just physical, it was mental. They needed someone who could forge minds as strong as their bodies, someone who could teach them to stay calm, focused, and lethal under unimaginable pressure. And so, Dr. Obst was brought in to one of the most exclusive and demanding clubs on the planet. Imagine the scene, a room full of the world's most elite warriors, skeptical and battle-hardened, looking at this civilian psychologist. Winning them over wouldn't be easy. But Dr. Obst didn't just talk the talk. She immersed herself in their world. She went on their grueling training missions. She experienced the freezing water, the sleep deprivation, the constant stress. She earned their respect, not by telling them what to do, but by showing them she understood their reality. She translated complex neuroscience into simple, actionable tools they could use in the heat of combat. She developed what became known as the Big Four of mental toughness: goal setting, arousal control, mental rehearsal, and self-talk. Let's break that down. Goal setting wasn't about vague ambitions. It was about setting clear micro-goals in a firefight. It might be as simple as reload my weapon, scan my sector, communicate with my buddy. These small wins build momentum and keep the mind from being overwhelmed. Next, arousal control. That's a fancy term for managing your body's stress response. She taught SEALs breathing techniques, not unlike what you might learn in a yoga class, to lower their heart rate and clear their heads, even with bullets flying. This allowed them to make life or death decisions with a clarity that their enemies simply couldn't match. Then there's mental rehearsal or visualization. Long before a mission, SEALs would walk through every possible scenario in their minds. They'd visualize success, they'd visualize things going wrong, and how they'd react. By the time they were on the ground, it felt like they'd already been there. Their brains were primed to respond instantly and effectively, without panic. And finally, self-talk. Dr. Obst taught them to control the voice inside their head, to replace doubt and fear with positive instructional commands. Stay calm, focus on the front sight. You've trained for this. It's about becoming your own best coach in the worst possible moments. The impact was revolutionary. Operators who embraced her techniques found they could perform better for longer and with less psychological toll. They were more resilient, not just on the battlefield, but when they came home. Dr. Opsahl's methods became so ingrained in SEAL culture that they are now a fundamental part of their training pipeline. She helped prove that the mind is the ultimate weapon and that with the right training, it can be sharpened to an unbreakable edge. Her work fundamentally changed how the military's most elite units prepare for combat. The story of Dr. Chris Opsahl is a powerful reminder that strength comes in many forms. It's not always about muscle and firepower. Sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one providing the most critical advantage. She may never have fired a shot, but her ideas have protected countless lives and shaped the modern warrior. She put the battlefield under a new kind of control, the control of a focused, disciplined, and unbeatable mind. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the hidden figures who shape our world. See you in the next one.